like kind of early on, and then at the end she kind of pops up again, and her only purpose is to do some dumbass shit that somebody else could have done with no problem, but in a dumbass way. I don't know. They shoehorned her into the fucking movie.
So she only appears in the beginning, disappears, and only at the end she appears.
Well, they only go to. It's like they go to her for information. Then later on, they go back to that town and they need her help for something they could have done really easily.
Without her?
Yeah, because she has this she has this fake foot that she has like a gun in.
Okay.
And while she's distracting these like soldiers, she's aiming the foot gun and shoots this nitroglycerin there, and that causes some shit. When one of those assholes could have gone and just shot that thing. I don't see why they needed her at all.
She's sneaky. She's like, oh, my foot.
Yeah.
My aching foot.
my stump of foot.
I got these corns.
These bunions.
I thought you fucking stubborn bunions. Fuck you.
But also one of the main things
Is it
that.
recording?
Huh?
Is all this recording?
Yeah, I hope so.
Alright, cool.
It's gold.
Right.
Before anything.
Well, you gotta stop the train, man.
No, I won't stop the train.
Yeah, I guess.
Keep the train running.
I just want to taste it.
Oh, weird. I could talk and drink at the same time. It's weird, right? It's like a mix of the Newcastle Brown Ale with like...
With Budweiser.
We're break me death!
That's what we need right now. But what were we saying? That it's...
that the thing that fucks up the movie is Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah?
His character's just super weird, right?
Is the other guy actually pretty cool?
Yeah, he's fine. That guy's awesome. Army Hammer. And
Armin Hammer?
Army Hammer.
Oh.
It's just as bad.
Rick Amador.
But he's in every scene. It's really, really clear that it's the character is Johnny Depp pretending to be an Indian. Like that's what it is, because it's clearly like a lot of times he'll have normal fucking sentences, and then he'll do the me some no like, you know, this stupid shit. He just goes fucked up, and his expressions are like he knows that he's in the movie.
He turned into, what the hell is this guy's name from Star Wars? And the one with the long ears.
Oh, Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Miso Nabu.
Miso horny.
Nepo Veggie.
It's really fucking insane. And there was a good stretch of time where he's kind of not the main focus in the movie, and the movie was fucking good. Like everything was really entertaining. And then as soon as he comes in, I'm like, fuck, man, this movie just turned straight to shit again. And it was almost instantaneously, because he comes in and he's just doing goofy, stupid shit that shouldn't, like, it just fucks up the scene.
Who directed the movie again?
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Gore Verbinski.
Yeah. He basically told them to play, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm almost positive they just do your Johnny Depp shit. That's it. They didn't even give him any notes. They just told him. They just
billions.
let him loose. They just let him loose.
They didn't even give him lines.
Yeah.
They just put him on the scene.
That's what Jeff is saying.
You know what? Was it in the second Pirates of the Caribbean where he has like a face paint and he was like trying to befriend like the Indian tribes?
It was just that.
And they're like, oh, that what you did? I need you to do it.
Just do that for 1 hour.
See that guy there? I need him here.
I need him on this scene.
He's like, oh, I don't know. I need him here. And he's doing cash. Like,
but the thing is, it's $1. And it's just
so he's just there for a long time.
And then he goes, oh, that doesn't convince you. And he takes out a big, huge wad of like enormous size dollar, but they're still dollar bills. It's still dollar bills.
It's like that stupid thing. $1 million?
Yeah. And he got up.
You don't gotta do that.
Be all day. I called in sick.
Thomas, he's trying to bluff you to lower the prices. I don't think I want to anymore.
Look, sir, look, you don't. Throwing money at me doesn't. Sir, take it. Take it.
Oh, give me
I'll
1
take
second.
No. Which reminds me, my sister was watching. I forget which one it is. Pretty in Pink or 16 Candles. One of them.
Oh,
one of the ones she
Netflix,
watches all the
right?
fucking time.
The one with the guy from 2.5 Men.
Man.
Which one?
The other guy was a French dude. No, it's not French dude. It's the other guy. What's his name? The guy, he plays Ducky
I don't
in the
know.
movie.
I never saw
It's
it.
Charlie Sheen, and then
And his
Yeah,
brother or whatever. The brother
The guy who's
character.
still on the show.
Yeah.
John Troll, I think his name is.
No, it is John something now.
I don't know, but that guy, and he comes out and he's super young. But so does the guy from Stargate, that Daniel
The main
Jackson.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he comes out and he's like all cockeyed. And he wants to take Molly Ringwald off for a day. He's like, come on, I'm a
That movie's awesome. I don't think it holds up as well, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Pretty in Pink better than.
It's appropriate to compare Stargate to Pretty in Pink.
I actually have to watch that.
They should remake that.
Pretty in Pink. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. But they make all those shows, SG1, Atlantis.
Yeah, I
didn't watch any of
them. Like, if you were a fan of...
I just want a movie.
That first movie was weird, too, wasn't it?
I guess.
Wasn't it about, like, some Egyptian god, and he's just, like...
Well, what it was, like,
Yeah.
since it's, like, a bunch of, like, anthropologists there studying, like, all this shit, like... I'm pretty sure that's, like, it's the essence of ancient astronaut theory. Like,
I would say
the Egyptians are just aliens, I guess, that they worship some other thing, and they came here and introduced that sort of like culture to us. So they found the Stargate, how they were able to just transfer like information
that's how they got
and shit
around.
back and forth. And they go there and they pretty much see that these guys were just worshiping like everything else that these guys were worshiping, and pretty much everything was just I'm not even sure if you can call them Egyptians, like the Egyptians in our world.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like this whole alien culture.
Yeah, it's in a completely different universe on a different planet.
But flying pyramids.
Yeah, but they have the Egyptian culture and everything in there too.
So I'm sure ancient astronauts like ate that fucking movie up, and I'm sure Giorgio Tsoukalos is gonna be like, the thing with Stargate is that it's fiction.
I think that's Dr. Michio Kaku that you're calling him.
Well, for me, it's always non-fiction.
The black holes, when you get the thing...
They're a lot like orange chicken.
Now, what happens when you have something heading at a constant speed and it collides with a Stargate? Take, for instance, Daniel Jackson. But it's almost instantaneous. Like when he goes through the Stargate, like it's like they show like a second or two of like little thing, and he just eats already out. Like and the other planet's like Jackson.
Doesn't he almost get hit by like a truck or something at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, the truck also is going the opposite way in the Stargate.
That's fucking crazy. Shinra Electric Bug. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
But Kurt Russell was awesome in that movie though.
Yeah.
He was the main captain or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The one that in the show that they wasn't Kurt Russell, but it was the same character.
Everybody
right?
got switched up.
Poor Kurt.
The only thing that stayed on there was the Stargate.
Wasn't also the black guy, the same guy from the movie?
Oh, that Dijon Hanso
Mustard.
guy.
Dijon Mustard.
I figured I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's in that movie too. He's one of the Egyptian guys.
Yeah.
He goes King Kangkong. King Kampong.
Yeah.
Damn, I was trying to think about something that I can't.
I'm Egyptian.
That's right. Oh, that's right. They have like a little gem on their gloves that when they stand in a particular spot, these rings come out and they teleport them to like a different level of the ship. And I'm guessing Kurt Russell, like he finds out about that shit, so he beats the crap out of this guard and he has him lying down on the platform, and then he looks at the gem and he looks at the guy and he's like, that right there is the cue for the one-liner. He's like, say hello to King Tut, asshole. he forces the gem down, he pushes the button, the rings come out and like they send half of the guy's body to like the master.
His torso up there.
But the way he does it is like he goes
Just looks right
say
at
hello to King Tut, asshole.
Came
like
up with that myself.
No, right? They're like, oh, do what your guy would normally do.
I'm sure it's fun, you know.
But right after, yeah.
But Daniel Jackson stays on that planet. How are they gonna make it Pretty in Pink too?
Yeah. They can make it there.
Yeah?
It's crazy, man. They can make it over. They gotta beam Molly Ringwald.
Through the rings, half of her.
The guy comes back. I did say hi to King Tut, and I am an asshole, but I'm much better now. But it's just half of him. Wow.
By the way, King Tut's great.
He's a nice guy.
Oh man.
Give me these. Wow.
We just takes off.
He's really bad at it. It's just.
And that guy from the Mummy, was it like the old guy that's always playing a scholar?
Yeah. That character guy.
Yeah, they give him like a Snickers bar. He's like, Molly boy.
he goes, "Stir
Yeah, he looks just like that. He honestly does. He would be the perfect guy for that.
Let me tell you a story. That was kind of like a very old Jimmy Stewart. Hey, come here.
Yeah.
Fucking, I love Jimmy Stewart's voice. Everyone's hanging around the window. Just like cracks and shit. Oh man.
Amen.
Amen. The beer's not bad actually.
It grows on you.
Escaped from Britain. Britain?
No, I doubt it.
This is a werewolf in Britain.
It is good though. And it's good to just try it out.
Teen Wolf? Yeah. With Michael J. Fox.
Did you ever see the end of that movie where that guy shows his dick at the end on the bleachers?
I don't remember.
I don't remember if it's the first one or the second one.
Why did he...
Is that like a normal thing? He's just like, check it out.
Was that on the script? Is it going on the bleachers?
No. It's like a long shot, and you just see the bleachers, and the guy's really small, and you just see him. He just stands up and he just has his dick out, but no one notices it. That's the thing; it got by.
Oh wow! And they released it like
I'm positive you could look that shit up and you'll see it. You can't see it like
it's one of those things where it's
it was a Michael J. Fox's or just some guy.
And they play like that.
Oh, some guy in the back, some extra.
And he showed his dick.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You can't. You don't see it that well because it's kind of far back, but you could clearly see that he took his dick out.
That is really funny.
Yeah.
Got passed by YouTube.
Don't you forget about me.
We're making John Hughes references all the time. I saw The Breakfast Club a few days ago since all of that guy's movies are now on Netflix.
And it holds up.
It's alright. It's just that's Emilio Estevez's toughest. Like he plays a tough guy role.
Yeah.
This is the most toughest role because. Gordon Bombay is garbage, and it's like I don't know, like he just never got any real roles. Charlie Sheen always stole like his stole everything. Well, technically, no, there was nothing to be stolen. He just always hogged the spotlight, even though
I don't know.
I don't know how he did it.
I don't think he's serious about it.
It's just like I don't even think now he comes out in a movie. Or in anything.
Or if he does, it's not well known.
He came out in a movie. I'm not sure if it was called Judgment. I don't know what the hell it was called.
Judgment,
but I remember watching it, and it's like these guys who they want to plan like this road trip or whatever, and some guy gets an RV, and it's like Emilio Estevez. It could have been Ice Cube and like a few other like not too well known guys, and some shit's happening that their RV gets fucked up. It's at a dark alley. They're being chased by gang members, and I think one of the gang members is actually Dennis Leary. He's like the head guy. And he's playing an asshole, and then at the end it's Emilio Estevez and Dennis Leary.
Yeah, he does in every fucking movie.
Because he has his wallet and he's like, oh, I'm gonna pay a visit to that pretty little wife of yours, and then Emilio Estevez turns around and beats the shit out of Dennis Leary. I was like, damn, but that
I don't think that's too tough.
Right?
Yeah,
but wasn't he in Rescue Me?
So
why didn't anybody rescue him?
He needed rescuing.
The rescuers down under. But no, I'm just like noticing that movie was actually released, and it's like, you know what, that movie had no plot. There's a bunch of guys that get stopped, they're being chased by a gang. The entire movie they're being chased by a gang.
Chased by a comedian.
But he's an asshole.
That's how he came out in Demolition Man.
Yeah.
He was the president or whatever, right?
He becomes president or something. Like.
Yeah,
or he was, I don't
president.
know.
Yeah, you're right. At the end, he becomes president, but he was just like a normal dude or something from like the underground.
Yeah.
And when they introduce him, it's basically him doing like 5 minutes of a stand-up.
Yeah.
Real fast.
About meat.
Damn.
Or hamburgers.
This guy at my job, he was saying, oh, one of my little cousins, he had a birthday party, and then he points at me and he goes, Ninja Turtles thing, by the way. I was like, why did you point at me? Like, I've never mentioned anything about Ninja Turtles. He's like, no, you look like the type of guy that likes Ninja Turtles. So he starts continuing the conversation with this person, and he keeps going. And he says something about Jones. No, he says something about some girl named Casey, and I was like, oh, Casey Jones. And he's like, that guy's a good singer. And I said, what do you mean he's a singer? I was talking about the hockey guy from Ninja Turtles, and he goes, so we come full circle.
Casey.
I don't know that other Casey Jones.
No idea.
I guess we stopped the podcast for
apparently there's a band named Casey Jones or some singer named Casey Jones. I have no idea who the hell that is.
No idea.
No, is she parking or something? Or?
Well, she asked if there was a gas station anywhere nearby.
Yeah.
So I told her, when you leave and you make a left, you end up at a Shell. And she's like, are you sure you meant left?
Yeah.
Are you sure you meant left and not west?
Exactly. So like, you keep taking that left, you follow it to where it ends, and it ends right there at the intersection of Flagler.
So you have to make a U-turn to get to the gas station, but I mean, it's there on Flagler.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly there. You were right about the left.
Maybe she just kept going left, and she just went.
Don't you
forget about stop picture montage.
Yeah, I told her the moment you get out of the complex, just make a left and follow the curve.
Win.
Yeah, turn this shit off, man. Fucking get on there.
She says that she's outside.
You fucking get the fuck out of here.
I couldn't put gas because of the gas thing.
Oh, okay. You were actually talking on there. I'm gonna turn these notifications off.
That's what I do.
Well, you know what? You're a pro. Me? No.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah. Dane knows all about that. That's what Dane first did.
What?
He's like, I tried to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. Pablo, too. He'll
Yeah.
just turn this shit off. Were you guys were playing CSGO?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yep.
In fact, me and Jeff were doing something really stupid. We were playing on this map, Dust 1, and pretty much I suck at the game.
I actually haven't. One of the other chairs is actually outside, but I don't know what condition it might be in.
Oh shit! Maybe just fix this chair.
Which one?
This yellow one.
Yeah, I know, but it sucks not being on the level, you know.
I'll check on this one.
But you're kind of like the required.
Let's just see how the one outside is. It's fine.
But I'm okay right here.
You're
It's not necessary. I don't want.
You're not
I
necessary.
would rather not be that close.
Technical difficulty, folks.
be that close?
Ninja Turtle.
It was this inspirational quote. It was Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King.
Raphael.
Turtle Jr.
There's a guy in my job.
I was gonna say my CS:GO story.
Oh, tell you see.
Oh yeah, what were you saying about that?
There's two things. First off, it was just me and Jeff fucking around.
Yeah, he told me he was playing with you before we watched Lone Ranger.
Yeah, we sucked real bad. So we were just playing in Dust 1, which is like this weird map where the enemy has to come in through like this little house or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And normally the Counter Strike terrorists get the advantage on this hallway, right? But me and Jeff suck, so we die right away. But you can talk to everybody in your team while you're dead.
Yeah.
So we're just watching their camera like, don't die.
Yeah, but I was telling Alex on the car, it's funny if you go, watch out, he's got a gun. That's the funniest thing to say.
Everybody's got a fucking
first-person
gun.
shooting. And
And the next thing was it was me, Dane, and Richard were playing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play CS:GO now, you actually get into competitive matches. They rank you up and stuff, so they'll match you with like for us three, they matched us with two other people.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, one of the people on our team that sucked really bad was just some guy called Drake, but he had Drake,
It was actually Drake.
It was Drake with
Why he made it look like Drake or something?
No. When you see the player, they have their Steam emblem. And it
Oh,
was
I know,
Drake, and he had, like,
fucking
this really
Drake.
stupid smile. Just,
You son of a bitch. I wish it was actually Drake that you were playing with, man.
Yes, let me tell it real.
Oh man, that guy sucks so bad, man.
He was the worst on our team. It was awesome. We would all die and he'd be the last one there. So we were like, no, Drake, no! You bastard.
And then he goes into that Sprite commercial.
he's in a Sprite commercial?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah, where he transforms and...
With Ziva?
No, it's just him. It's just him and Sprite through his veins.
Bless you.
Thank you.
As you were saying, Mr. Jose Canseco?
No, I forgot what it was, but this, I think that this guy I work with, Oscar, he likes to always mention like the most random movies. Like, a few days ago he quoted The Big Green.
The Big Green?
You guys remember that? The one about the kids who they're all like...
Oh, the soccer one?
The soccer one
All
and
right.
stuff.
That
Like,
is old.
it's
Holy
like really... He's always
shit.
quoting The Sandlot. He's always quoting Problem Child. And there's this one line that he says so perfect that always makes me crack up all the time. And I think it was in Problem Child 2. That they're waiting in line to go into some carnival ride. And waiting in front of him is the bully that's always picking on him. On the little boy. And I guess he's too short to ride, but the bully's tall enough to get in. So he turns around and he says something like, "What's the matter, Shrimpo?" Like, with a stupid voice. "Baby cat wide." like a fucking jerk. And then he karate kicks the stand with the guy who says he should be this tall, and he breaks it in half. And then Oscar's like, Say what you want, dog. That guy's karate's fucking awesome.
That was also an example
he knows how to kick.
real world karate movies. Say what you want about the actor, but his karate was flawless.
A+.
But it's like this chubby kid, man. I forgot what other movies he comes out of, but he's like that typical bully kid from like the. Is that 90s? The movies.
Fuck no, it's not 90s.
No,
it's gotta be late.
Like
at least late
90s.
80s. Late 80s.
Wait, really? With John Ritter?
Well, I don't know. You're talking about the second one, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't. You know, I don't want to look at them. I don't fucking care.
No. But it was just really funny because I hadn't seen those. Like I haven't even seen those movies in years.
Yeah. I don't remember liking them when I was a kid either.
No, did you like The Sandlot?
I love The Sandlot. That was an awesome movie.
Like The Sandlot. Yeah.
What was it? It was
What?
Hit the ball.
I just love how gigantic they made that fucking dog.
Like crazy, like stop motion, like clay dog that they just got.
It was like 50 dogs.
How the hell is that James Earl Jones' dog? Oh, it's my pup.
Forever.
He still has that dog. He still has the dog.
That shit was fucking crazy. When he's just in that treehouse and it's his dad with a crazy mustache and his lip.
That's funny shit.
They got the most insane story too.
For some reason, I kept trying to think of The Sandlot, and for some reason, I was thinking about that scene in Jack when they're in the treehouse, and then they mix up all sorts of crazy things into a pot, and they make.
And they fix this acting.
Do you guys remember, like in Jack?
I remember seeing, but I don't.
They mix a bunch of stuff into a pot and someone's gotta eat it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like one of the last things they put is this kid. He kind of just farts in the pot, and someone's gotta eat it. I forget who it was, but
someone's gotta eat his fart.
What is it? But then Jack brings a friend of his to the treehouse. I forget who it is. I think it's Bill Cosby.
Really?
I'm not even joking. I know it was a black guy, and I think it was Bill Cosby because since he's old and stuff, like they're friends. And it was just funny as hell that it's them and Bill Cosby like there and they're eating like this stuff, and then Bill Cosby starts to fart like back and forth with the kids. It's retarded, man.
That is cool. You know he did a stand-up.
Yeah, just recently. He got back into stand-up.
Yeah.
Damn. How was it?
He had a special on Comedy Central. I didn't see it, but a friend of mine told me it was really cool.
Damn.
He said it was like his old school stand-up where he got on stage, he sat down, and he just...
Still got it?
Yeah, he made silly faces, and he was able to work the crowd so well.
I love that's your description of stand-up. First of all, his stand-up comedy, he sits down and he just makes funny faces.
He makes funny faces, but that's what he would do, you know.
And he's an older guy, so he's gonna be sitting down.
But apparently, he even got the crowd he was working the crowd really well. That they were like. Participating in parts of his jokes, like he was like doing this running gag where he said something and he kept going and he goes, and then you know what they said, and the crowd would be like this, no, he didn't say that, and then it would just keep going. I'm like, man, that is awesome for him to be that old and to have like the touch, though. You know what I mean?
He said, "A Pokemon." I had to say it, man. A Pokemon. I just think it's funny that man, take a wild guess who was sitting in my couch today. Alex and I are in my room. We're watching Arrow. The show's great. I go outside for a second because the dogs are barking at someone, and they're barking at this person sitting on my couch talking to Danny.
Poopo?
Yep. Alex guessed it right.
Jason Poopo.
Jason Poopo.
The fucking Poopo. We already know the technique.
Back from the
the Poopo technique. He was just there, and he's like he's still like a little pudgy, and he's got all these tattoos.
Yeah, he hasn't changed at all.
Good old Poopo.
Cheers, mate.
Here's to you.
To your next funeral.
Oh my god. To your next.
Did you want to know?
Huh?
You want to know?
I'm still.
Oh, okay. I thought you put it over there because you were done.
No, I just I feel like every time I put it down the table, it's like clink, boom.
Yeah. I try and put it down real slow,
and you can tell you can tell. Like I feel like if you look at the recordings, you can tell like.
When the bottles go down.
Like the higher pitch they go, like the more almost done where the bottom like clink, 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 clink.
Oh, you know what's one thing I remember in Lone Ranger? you know how in a movie, let's say there's someone's doing something, but this other character. I'll give you the fucking scene just so it actually makes sense and I can explain it properly. But Johnny Depp is tied up and he's a fucking Indian and he's he's right next to this other guy and the other guy
I like how it's like being an Indian is part of like he's set up and he's an Indian.
In case people didn't know, there's Indians in this movie. Alright, but they're both prisoners and there's two guards watching them. One of the prisoners is this crazy motherfucker, and he's kind of just scratching at a plank on this train, and he kind of lifts it up, and there's a fucking gun there, which blew my fucking mind. Me and Jeff, we were watching it, we're like, how the fuck did he get that gun on there? There's no fucking way. All right, and he ends up getting the gun, and then he asks the guards if he can piss. And so one of them is watching his back as he's pissing, but Johnny Depp is trying to signal them and tell them that he has a gun. And normally in movies, you'll try and signal them, and you won't be able. They won't get it. It'll be too late. But what ends up happening, the guy sees it and he understands what Johnny Depp is saying. He's like, and he's just reaching for his gun, and as he's bringing it up, the other guy comes out even faster and just shoots him. But it was amazing that he actually got the thing across to him.
There was no miscommunication.
Exactly.
Everything was flawless.
I completely understand.
I like how he was reaching for his gun.
You forgot where he had it.
Where do you put guns?
He's checking every pocket.
He takes out his wallet. Damn, that's funny. So you would say the movie was an utter piece of shit?
No. It's an okay movie, but Johnny Depp fucks that movie up and a few other things. But if you look at how it was shot and the scenery and everything, it looks incredible. That movie's beautiful to just see.
Yeah. Cinematic.
Yeah, and I think they used the same town and train as 3:10 to Yuma.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think that may have been in another movie too. Because there's a certain
it's probably just like this crazy replica town that they probably use,
Yeah. But there's certain scenes where I'm like, man, that looks way too fucking familiar.
Yeah.
I think they also had a little thing from There Will Be Blood in there too.
And Blazing South.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rock Ridge.
Damn.
Yeah, but that movie's alright. But fuck, man.
But did you like Rango?
Yeah, I like Rango.
That was this guy as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Was it? Oh, I don't know.
No, that was...
Yeah. It wasn't?
Wasn't that Quentin Tarantino?
Mm-mm.
Rango?
No? Wait, I'm getting confused now.
Yeah, I think so. Are you thinking of...
No, I think I got it confused. It was Robert Rodriguez. Guillermo del Toro.
What?
I'll keep going.
Keep tossing them out, man. Just keep tossing them out.
It was Ron Howard.
Let me see. I'll look it up.
It's funny, this comedian... ended up calling, that movie, 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up calling it Django Rechained.
Yeah, Gore Verbinski.
He directed it too?
Rango.
Nice.
Rango Rechained.
Rango Rechained.
Yeah.
Good old Rango.
Pretty crazy. I love Rango. I thought Rango was such an awesome movie, man.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say Rango?
Yeah, Rango.
The one with the lizard?
Oh, okay. For some reason, I heard Django.
Oh, yeah. Django was
well, that's an awesome fucking movie.
Yeah, that movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's why I was like, who directed that one?
Quentin Tarantino.
That's why I was like, I heard Django and I was like, oh, was that Quentin Tarantino?
The D sounded. John would get pissed.
What?
Because I would just say that. I would always say Django. I would always call him Django.
Those pushes and those runs like Frankenstein.
What were you saying that his nickname was? It was like Bio or something like that?
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
That his nickname
that was his birth name. His nickname is John.
Yeah, his nickname is John, but his birth name is Bio.
Bio.
Was it something else, or was it
like
just
biomass or something like that?
Biohazard.
Yeah.
Binomial.
Like, he's not gonna listen to this.
Hey, you never know. He's gonna come back and go. Oh.
I'd appreciate it. He'd end up liking it.
He's gonna come and claim his royalties.
Yeah. It's all because of him.
He goes with his dog and his violin.
Damn, that's right. He has 2 dogs. And
2 dogs?
Yeah, 2 dogs.
2 dogs, a violin, and a broken heart.
And
I don't know, man. I would say he's probably happier than everybody here, man.
I'm sure
But
he is. I mean,
it's
like,
just because it's like simple dreams. You know
all he
what I
has
mean?
to do is like call home and boom, his mom and dad will go
of
pick him up.
course.
So if he hasn't called, if he hasn't,
Stop.
you know, like if he hasn't done like any of that stuff or got really like expressed like, oh man, I really just want things to be back the way they were, then he should be doing like a lot better than what he thought
He just really likes living off the grid. I think that, you know, that was his purpose. Because he was always trying to find...
Well, we need to put him back in the game grid.
Remember that time that he came over your house when you lived next to him and he's like, I know what I want to do, guys. I want to start a pirate radio. How do I get this going?
That's right.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with anything, man. Like, he said a ton of stupid shit.
He also said some shit. He goes, no. I want that to be the 10th part of my movie idea.
That's right.
Of this 10 DVD box set.
You know, the one thing that Dane never lets go about John is the black tape he used to wear around his middle finger.
Oh, that's right. Out of all things, Dane. Dane remembers this.
Dane remembers the black tape. Whenever he went to John, he goes, on his black tape.
And John, why don't you buy new shoes? No, I'll buy tape. I'll just buy tape and I'll patch them up.
You know, when John was going to high school, that was when he was most imaginative. You know what I mean? He said a bunch of stupid shit, but he had a notebook and he wrote out all his ideas and he had drawings and he had like
he would draw storyboards.
I felt like he was more motivated to work at school to like not do anything in school because he was bored, but he had to be in school. Mm-hmm. But then when he dropped out and got to be at home to actually work on his stuff, he just never did it.
Yeah,
he was just like, nah, fuck that. I gotta play games.
So I just think it's funny because he is exploring and he's moving around a lot.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good for him. He's in shape now. Like when he came by to see you for your birthday, you know, he's
stank.
Yeah, he reeks. But you know, that's another thing. But it seems like he's healthier and
he actually drank with us. Like he drank beer. And he never used to.
Yeah, he always
drink
avoided
beer.
it. He was like, nah, I don't like drinking.
He's like, no, what is that? I was like, oh, we're gonna get a picture. He's like, all right, cool. Man.
That reminds me of Annie and Nicole because they praised the ground that he walked on, man. That was funny.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they did it as a joke or.
I don't think so because they were super legit. Because I would ask them, they're like, "It's John, man.
He's a shaman."
Yeah,
he's a Tauren.
Man. It's John. That was the answer.
How could you say that? It's John.
Yeah, it's John.
But it's John. They're gonna hear this. We're gonna piss off everyone from our graduating class.
Bring them.
Bring
it on.
Oh my god! And that Dane guy. Who did he think he was?
Who do you think he was?
He doesn't even. There's no way he fucking listens to any of this.
Yeah, he does. He gives his views. Yeah, he listens.
What did you?
We
think
love you, Dane.
What did you think about the end of Battlestar Galactica? By the way,
I never saw it.
No.
Nope.
How no?
I never saw the beginning.
I didn't see that last season.
The beginning of it.
I never saw the last season. No. The very last episode I saw, they got to Earth and it's like, oh, we're here, but it's all fucked up with radiation.
Did you see that? How Cara Thrace finds like her body on that thing? You think she's a Cylon?
No, man.
Her? I don't know. Everybody was a fucking Cylon.
She's a clone.
I would have sent everybody the fuck out the airlock.
I don't know. I only saw the beginning where it's some lady in a fucking spaceship and she has like a red dress and she just goes, peace out.
In her space Cadillac.
I was talking to Danny about this, but like, wasn't it on the first or like the second episode? Like they're celebrating and some guy dies like immediately.
Yeah.
Was that first episode?
that shit is awesome.
That was the first episode. They're celebrating or something, and something happens and the guy dies.
It's one of the first few episodes, but it's fucking awesome because it's they're in the launch bay or whatever the fuck, and they have like missiles strapped up and all held together and shit. But but they're really focusing on the straps on that missile thing, and you see it's kind of loose. Exactly. It's a little shaky and shit, and. They have this dumbass tradition that when some guy does his 100th flight thing or something,
100th flight
patrol or some shit, he comes back. It's really fucking funny because they get him, they put him on their shoulder, they start singing some shit. It's almost as though they put him in a wheelbarrow and kind of just take him around and shit. And it's as he's in this stupid fucking wheelbarrow that a missile comes off and kind of activates and then goes right for him and wipes out a ton of pilots.
For he's a jolly good miss.
And then they start they had to retrain like a bunch of fucking idiots.
It would have been awesome if what it was is they put him in the wheelbarrow, they crash the wheelbarrow into the missile, the missile takes off with the wheelbarrow.
That's what I was hoping, like, and he's just in space.
But because the wheelbarrow is airtight, he's just just goes straight to the Death Star.
They don't have rights to that song, so it goes
You gotta switch it up.
But the thing is, it's Darth Vader behind him can't get a lock. The force is strong. It's just a rocket with the barrel.
And he keeps sharpening his pencil. Whatever he's doing. I'm on the leader. It's so stupid, man. I always thought that the TIE fighters, like...
what would he be calibrating on that, really?
I don't know. He was just twisting or screwing something.
Grating cheese or, like, pepper.
I gotta fix his space.
Just falling apart.
Space is just acting crazy out here.
I
gotta tone this shit down.
We had this thing, man, where the TIE fighters always sounded like a guy screaming. I'm not sure if it's just us, but there's just one episode where it was just some guy making the noise. I'm not even kidding. It was at a distance. We're here, just like this. I gotta try my best to emulate it. It's just. I was like, what? What was that? That's all it was. Like, I swear, there's parts in it where it's just like, and it sounds kind of mechanical and kind of like there's engines working and shit, but it also sounds like a guy with a distortion effect.
He's sitting in front of him like, that's the guy in the actual thing.
I'm not
He's
even
got the
joking,
mic on.
man. And we would always make fun of that shit so hard, like me and my brothers and I.
I always thought that shit was funny as fuck too, man.
I'm not sure what you thought it sounded like, but
no, I thought it was the exact same thing, or some beast, or a raptor, or some dinosaur thing.
Exactly, it goes like that. And it just like fades away in like this wave of sound.
It's like a
wave of baby.
It's one of those weird.
Spit your beer.
Yeah, I know. I spit out as soon as you mentioned it. It was fucking crazy. But those dumbass like those weird like tube things that when you move, like when you put it up, it goes, but like an angry one.
That's exactly it.
That's exactly it.
You war. It's like this Vorpal, like war. I don't know, man. Like most of those things, like, man, this is really funny. I also saw the which is really hilarious in that Star Wars scene where obviously where Han shoots first. Yeah. But I saw the re-edited version, and I saw the little jigs that make him do. They just glitch the face, just
and his hair does the same.
He goes pew pow pew pow pew pow pew.
You know how banana Han Solo.
If you also like it's like this is stupid. But like it's like there's like a bowl made out of like mirrors, and he, like Guido was gonna shoot Han, and he just catches the laser like in this like mirrors.
But can you
like he imagine a room like an endless room where just the laser keeps bouncing.
But didn't something like that happen in Spaceballs?
Yeah.
But it also happens in what is this? Like in Futurama, like with that. Like these bank tellers, they have like this laser-proof glass, and one of them manages to get through to one of the tacos. They're like, no, why don't we have this glass?
That's right, man.
Wait, where'd it go? I got it.
The thing is, when he puts it in the bowl's like.
When he's putting his elbow on it, he's trying
to escape him. No.
Where my peanut's going?
The bowl.
The idea that came to my head, instead of a TIE fighter, I pictured this two stupid bathtubs from Gary's Box.
Oh that's
right.
With a toaster, and this guy stapled to it, like nailed to the fucking.
I haven't fucked with that thing in forever, man.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
It is really funny.
Oh man, but yeah, man, like those stupid TIE fighters, I was like, it's a guy, dude. It has to be a guy just going.
And it was funny. I was playing Sanctum 2 today, and they have these weird kind of. It's like a tower defense thing.
Yeah,
you guys know, but they have this weird kind of. They have this one little turret thing that you can put, and it's called like slow. You know, basically it slows down the enemy. You know, it's one of those things. But if you're in that field too, it slows you down.
Right.
And
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But what's really funny about it is that when you type out words, it has that weird like robot like reciting what you type. It has that text to speech thing. But it sounds like pure shit. But when you're in that slow like field thing, it's like
that is so awesome.
So everybody's typing all this shit, and I'm in this fucking field. Man, that thing is really fun. Cool. Yeah.
That game is fun, man.
It is really cool.
Sanctum 1, my favorite. Look at you.
A million mattresses.
Now it's gonna run away. Peace out.
It does run away. Actually, I don't get a chance to do anything.
Take the jacket.
Just that space.
Gotta move it around.
Like, who's in a fucking jet and is constantly adjusting something? That's like if he was just messing with the rear view mirrors. No.
I just don't know what it is, and why would it be on the handle? You know, like I'm sure there's an interface and like a dashboard with like a bunch
They
of
just
buttons.
finished making that. He's still putting it together.
He got like used the force, and he just gets all these parts and he makes them together. And when he got in, he was just doing some minor adjustments.
I don't like the way this thing shoots.
He grabbed the sink and he put it in the TIE fighters to wash his hands.
The thing is, like, I can't imagine him calibrating that's the aim or something, because he just kept going in one direction, so he's just completely shooting off. It's just
the thing is, like, can you imagine the two guys next to him, because he gives orders to him, just stay on the leader, you know, whatever, and he's like, yeah, you sure? like, you sure? You're not having any technical difficulty?
Like, he keeps turning it and you just see, like, it's just sideways.
He's doing the crab formation. I've never seen it like that before.
This shit just crap.
He's listening to that song, like, on the thing, he just shuts it off.
I love that stupid thing.
Yeah. Have you been playing any more of the Assassin's Creed game?
Just a little bit here and there, just to upgrade my ship, mostly. I pretty much stopped at, the percentage I'm at right now is like 25. I just stopped right then and there because I want to take out those legendary ships.
Yeah, I've spotted 3 of them. The fourth one is in like the hard zone, you know.
Yeah, they're all in the corners and they're hard to get.
I have taken
battles?
a 3-star base though. I've taken one of them.
Okay.
You guys are talking about the naval battles?
Yeah,
that game is awesome.
all about.
You can upgrade your ships and you can make them awesome.
Yeah,
so you have like a billion cannons.
I have maxed out. What's it called? The
ram. Oh, the ram. Yeah, that's the one you need.
All I do is just ram people, and straight up, I don't even fight anymore. I just. And I'm done. And I take everything. I don't even worry about boarding anymore. I'm like, fuck it. I'm killing them so fast. I take halves. I'm just like, I get the whole like killing 5 of these guys.
I remember in the beginning when you're taking out the smaller like schooners and all that shit. I would get on the swivel gun. Well, now you can just get on the swivel gun and you just wipe them out. You don't even have to actually get on there.
Yeah.
But there's times where like I'll take out a couple of them. I'll just stand on the edge and I'll shoot the rest of them with the pistol. And it's like, all right. Sit. I fucking love it, man.
First thing I upgraded was getting myself for the pistol 4 upgrade.
Yeah, the
pistol whip upgrade.
That shit is awesome, man. You just unloading on a group of people.
Because it's during all these pirate times and those things are like one shot and then you got to reload.
Right.
So you have 4 pistols with you, so you're just.
Yeah, and it's awesome because he'll do 1, he'll do the other, and then he'll do 2. And it's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and
you can only have 4 max.
Yeah.
Blackbeard
has like a billion though.
What is he?
You saw that? Okay, I'm not that much further than you. Yeah, I'm very, very light.
Blackbeard was awesome.
Yeah, he was.
Black.
But I knew this fate from the beginning. It just sucks.
Edward Teach.
Man, the thing that's bullshit in that game though, the only problem I have is that you would never take a ship like that through all those dumbass like those certain quests where it's like
in the bayou and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm like, what in the fuck? I would take a dumbass rowboat or something, you know?
Yeah, but I'm sure like it wasn't programmed in. Like the only thing rowboat was the hunting sharks thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was my only problem. I thought it was Piece of shit.
My main problem with Assassin's Creed games is like the quality of the materials that are in that world. Like I feel like if I were to attempt any of those things, I'd fall right through the ceilings and fall right through like everything. But this guy can jump from like one building, land on like,
yeah.
You know, like another, and like, you know, back in this time, like all that shit was just shifty wood.
He's got great knees. That's what he's got. Because he can land on fucking anything.
I just feel like everything should be falling apart.
I just fucking remembered. There's a scene in fucking Lone Ranger where Johnny Depp. There's a train on a really high fucking thing, and there's another one at the bottom. The other one is carrying a ton of silver. These it's the silver ore, just a big fucking like train car filled with it. He jumps from one, lands right on the fucking like on the silver ore. With his like, and he's just fine, and he's perfectly fine. When it looked like a fall that would straight up kill this motherfucker. And he's just, okay. Didn't even complain about it. Yeah. And me and Jeff instantaneously were like, man, he's fucking dead.
Peace out, is the end of him.
Yeah.
He does that Mario 2 thing.
Oh my god. Because my tricks don't work and I'm only money.
Man.
There was a shot of the angle.
That really pisses
me off.
A really short jump.
It was right next to it.
Yeah, it was right next to it. It's just...
Even though he falls and everything, he falls.
It's the angle. Okay?
He hits it as though he were to die. He just pops up. I like it. It's almost as though in the script he was supposed to die, but his character he makes a decision for the movie. Nah, man, it was okay.
No, I
hit it just right.
That executive decision.
He had paid off the camera guy to keep filming when he says cut, and he just pops out like that night, like, yeah, it's cool. I'm good.
Oh
he just pays off the editor and everything. Put me in there.
Spongy ore broke my fall. Like, this should be like sharp and jagged. Like, damn.
It's because it was silver that I was able to hit it. And
is it the trajectory that he hit it? It was.
I always come in second.
But yeah, I always figured in Assassin's Creed I would fly through every ceiling and roof and all those little shanties that you just like. But he's just like la 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 la.
Lands on a tiny
rope.
stick.
The rope
is
made out of wood. Like rope that you travel across is so stiff, and he's just like, yeah.
Oh
I'm just walking.
And he's walking a dog up there.
Like he has no problem resting rope and shit like that.
The ones I hate doing is where you got to kill the two scouts up on the
they got to climb up.
As soon as I get there, he's already swinging at me.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorite fucking things to do, you know how you can counter and then just toss them. I just love when you're like on the ship and you're on board and you're just grab and toss them off the ship. Grab and toss them off the ship. Grab and toss them off the ship.
What I do is I do a few laps around the ship, and the enemies tend to forget that I'm there. So
you just run up and assassinate.
Yeah, it's just instant kill. So it's when you're walking, he just does that thing from the back, just really smooth. He just
I love that thing because it's like he just puts his hand on his shoulder. It's like.
Oh my god!
And real smooth.
Yeah,
like you just keep walking by. One smooth.
It's like it never took the control away from you. It's just
and you just kind of keep walking by him.
Damn.
And he just
yeah, and I do that to everybody.
I do that to the guys on top, but I just wish he would go because I love one of my favorite things in anything in any game and everything is just tossing people like off of shit or through like a window or something. Like one of my favorite things I remember, it was in that Mafia game for the Wii, where it was the only one that you were able to do it, but you can kind of push them. Think of it, you were trying to interrogate them. You're able to put them up against like a window or something, or a glass, some glass in the shop, and you're trying to like intimidate them. And you kind of you can shake him and just bash his head against the glass, or you just grab somebody and toss them through a fucking window.
That's
awesome.
Man,
there's nothing more satisfying than doing that shit.
What game was that? Is that the
Mafia.
Godfather or Mafia?
Oh, it was the Godfather. You're right. It's the same shit, I guess.
Yeah, it's the Mafia.
Yeah.
Was that weapon the famous like Assassin's Creed one? Is that actual real weapon, or is that just like was made for
the way he uses it is impossible because think of it like if you were, let's say the mechanism comes up when you like flip your wrist.
Well, someone made it so that it works like that. Like someone like had designed a real life working version of it. But you have to.
Guy, like,
it literally connects to a ring.
Yeah.
On the middle finger, the way the real life working is, and when he pulls on the string, it comes out, and then when it retracts, it goes back in.
Yeah, but in
the game, there's no string.
Yeah, in Assassin's Creed, there's nothing
it's
there.
It's like spring activated.
And let's say it was that it gets activated when you're like that. what if you were to fall? The fucking blades come out, or if you were doing anything, if you're in the middle of fighting or climbing shit, stabbing things, those things would be dull, or they just shoot the fuck out and kill somebody. You contain it.
Goes right in there with the laser.
Yeah, it'd be super fucked up. But.
Yeah. It only perfectly works in that game world.
Oh, you know, I saw a video on YouTube where it was they were playing Assassin's Creed 3, and they had some mod on the PC version where I think they kept the fucking bodies or something, or it had a system where people like enemies kept coming.
Okay.
And the guy spent maybe like an hour or a half an hour or something, and he killed like 1,000 people.
Jesus
but the bodies
Christ.
stayed there in that same area, and you just see everywhere he's going, bodies everywhere.
Damn, that is crazy.
No lag.
No, there's no lag.
Probably had a really good PC.
But what's awesome since it's
what's crazy though. I'm sorry to interrupt, but speaking of like the no lag thing, Assassin's Creed Black Flag was made really well. Like I can alt tab and play Final Fantasy 14 at the same time, not a problem. I've been able to go from Black Flag to CS:GO to Black Flag.
Yeah,
no problem. That game was made to run like on the minimal amount of memory that
I heard that those guys preferred the PC, like that they had put more work into it from the get-go on PC, and then they put it onto the other ones.
Really shows, man. It really shows because it really feels like it's so. Other than a few minor glitches that I get, like I don't know if this has happened to you, but whenever you're watching a cutscene and it
just slows down.
Yeah, and it just slows down instantly.
Yeah. I've gotten it.
And then it's just like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on? Everything's good." And then he goes,
"Hey."
Oh, really? He's mad.
Yeah. Exactly. The animations are super, and you have to sit through it. You're fucked. Because I want to know what they're saying.
Should I restart it? Nah, fuck it.
No. What time are we at?
50.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, that means give me another beer.
Yeah, go. You want?
Burma. Burma's the word.
Burma.
Might as well breathe some PKs while we're doing some talking. Is that whiskey?
Yeah, it's my whiskey.
Take that, Mike.
All right.
And then Daddy gets mad.
Fuck, man. There's nothing better than... Like, imagine being a part of something like that. Like, you're the guy who got to make that part. Who got to write that into the script.
Yeah, what is that?
Then he gets mad.
Futurama. When they're talking about global warming.
Oh, that's right.
And thus fixing the problem. But mister... That doesn't... Thus fixing the problem, the end!
Glabu wabu?
Right. Just like the ice cube that he puts in his drink. And then he gets mad.
Oh my god.
Fuck, man. Crazy. Imagine that shit. That was one of the coolest things about Futurama, that the writers for it, like, I think the head writer was the...
it was David X, or whatever it is. So.
Yeah, David X. Cohen. Or, I'm not sure at that time who it may have been, but he was the head of the Writers Guild.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of says some shit about, like, who's on it.
Yeah, it does.
Knows his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Was season 6 written by, like, the same guy?
I think it was a lot of the same people.
It's a lot of the same people, but Matt wasn't part of the...
Oh, he probably moved on.
Because there was something about...
He was executive producer, but he was more hands-on in, the first,
There was something about season 6 that, like, doesn't... Like, it's funny, and some of the jokes I feel carry on and stick to some of the characters, but there's some things that I'm like, wait, this, I don't...
It was the charm that was gone, Matt's charm, the same charm that he brought to The Simpsons. It's almost like childish jokes.
You know what I think it is? I think it was that it wasn't on Fox. It wasn't made to be on Fox. It was made to be on Comedy Central.
So maybe they told them to make it a little bit more...
because it felt like, to me at least, it felt like a little looser. Like they were able to do like weird.
Get away
shit.
with a lot of shit. Yeah.
So that's what it seemed like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's this one part. I know this is gonna sound really stupid, but in season 6, like episode 2, where supposedly Bender kills Fry, but then Fry from the past comes back again, and he's like, "Oh man, well, I better kill you again. I don't want to just say that I don't get things done or whatever." And he takes out this mallet from his body and he pulls it out. And he's about to kill him, and then the professor takes out, "Bender, stop killing people!" Like, and something about that line was, I'm like, really, the professor would say something like that, or like it just seemed off place. Like I feel like they would toy with it more.
Well,
more
they definitely made the professor angrier in the like those two. Like he was just a super upset. Like they like completely flipped his character from being like this like.
And there's things that Fry would do that I don't see him doing. Like or I never saw him doing. I don't know.
One episode that I always like seeing that I've seen a few times out of coincidence is one where they have this weird. It's kind of like a Daniel Day-Lewis character, like actor guy, but he has like this bag over his head, and he's supposed to be the greatest actor in the universe. And he's having this competition with Calculon to see who's the best actor. Yeah, and Calculon goes first, and Calculon does a fucking amazing job. Then this guy comes out and he does an even fucking better job. Like these guys are amazing.
Yeah, they're going at it.
But he's some like weird alien that feeds on people's
ego, or
it feeds his ego. He takes their like their essence or soul.
Like if you appreciate his work, he takes your life force.
Yeah, if you see his face. He takes your life force, but he keeps it, in the bag so that he can
act.
So he can.
That's really funny. In the bag. So you never see his face? Or?
No, you don't. But it's funny because at the end of that episode, Calculon actually like kills himself to give like that whole Romeo and Juliet thing.
Yeah, he actually drinks. But he's a robot.
Yeah, he's a robot. It doesn't matter. But they still count him as like killing himself. He's like, wow, he really killed himself.
He drank robot poison.
He's a dedicated actor.
But that shit was crazy.
He did really fucking good,
man. Like that voice actor went all out.
Yeah,
it made you feel it, man.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he the one who does
Maurice LaMarche?
Okay.
And Maurice LaMarche.
Yeah, Maurice LaMarche.
At the end of the season 6 episode 1 and 2, which is like a 2-part episode, they show everybody's name. Like they show Billy West, and they show all the characters, like the pictures of all the guys.
Billy West is like a billion.
Yeah, he was almost everyone.
Maurice LaMarche does like a bunch as well, and so did like Tress MacNeille.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. A bunch. It's just like a bunch of people over and over and over.
Even those guys have podcasts and shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're cool.
I figured that they would.
It was that episode of like the other universe, that like the tentacle one. Love the tentacle.
The one it's David Cross.
And the thing is, I was telling Leanne, we were watching it, and I'm like, wait, I know that voice. I was like, you know what? It sounds like David Cross. And I was waiting for the credits, and I was like,
I could tell his voice. Oh, did you guys ever end up watching? Well, what movie was it that you wanted to watch?
Sasquatch in London.
Amadeus.
No,
Sasquatch in London.
There's Amadeus.
Amadeus, yeah. So you can watch Mozart for it.
So I can watch so I can finally see what Stewie was referring to when he was making fun of what's that guy's name? The Italian dude.
Salieri.
Because remember they show Stewie playing like the piano with Family Guys, not the Salieri. And he does the same expression that Mozart does to like.
Yeah, man, that's the most asshole thing he does. Like they're at some party and Mozart is like Mozart is just drunk and he's like
he's playing on the piano.
Yeah, he's just showing off, like playing piano, playing people's shit like right off the bat. Without knows their music, exactly.
Just by ear.
Yeah, he can play by ear.
What a dick.
And that guy is kind of, it's like a masquerade sort of thing, and he has his mask on. And has play Salieri, and that's his music, and he's like, wait, what was it that he says? Now that's a challenge or something like that. And he plays it, but he plays it like an asshole. And that's when he
stupid face.
And that's when he does the fart thing. It's like, fuck, man, this guy's such a piece of shit.
And the thing is, like, supposedly, like, Salieri is supposed to be teaching him or something.
He's supposed to be teaching him, right?
Right, but, like...
Because that was, like, in real life, that was his thing. Like, I learned about him in, like, a music appreciation or something. And, like, that was his teacher for a bit before he became, like, super famous.
But man, it's just crazy.
So that I only caught the ending of that movie, which is where he's like being interviewed and he's just like, "Yeah, I killed him." You know what I mean?
Yeah, where he's already like an old man.
Yeah, and I figured it was just like a theory or something.
That's from the movie. That's where I got that. I'm sorry, but that is the price. Like it was the craziest thing. Man.
It's just awesome to see Mozart, man, because he's just always drinking or has tits in his face or something. He's just chasing puss. And it's insane, man. But he can just annihilate anybody, but he's also really seriously fucking writing some awesome like operas and things.
While he's drunk, like
as he was dying, he wrote his requiem. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was for his dad.
Oh, was it for his dad?
Yeah, his dad had died, or it was something like that. Right?
I thought it was for
his
him.
His dad died, and he wrote like the best.
And he was dying, like making it.
Oh, he was dying while making it. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, and Salieri was helping him.
Yeah,
but it was. But Mozart is such a fucking badass, and he's telling him, like, A sharp, B minor. Like, he knows how the music sounds in his head, and he's just telling him the notes to write down. And it's like, yeah, it's coming out perfectly. And Salieri's like, fuck you,
fucking die already.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
That is crazy to have that kind of skill or talent.
Yeah. Like, the music's already in his head. He's playing it in his head.
Right, right. He just knows the notes, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's a really fucking cool movie.
I gotta watch it, man.
I think it used to be it was a play first or something. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that was the price.
That's the price.
Because he's like, oh please, don't fire him, please, just make him play at the Palace. Blah blah blah. He's like, okay, fine, meet me at my place tonight, like around this time. And he's like, what? I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry. Like, you want him to play, right? Well, I'm sorry, but that is the price. That's the craziest shit.
Yeah, you see a lot of you see a good chunk of a lot of operas and stuff and performances that he does in there. Like they showed Don Giovanni in there. That the iconic scene where Don Giovanni comes out.
And he's like, oh my god,
where he says Don Giovanni.
I shouldn't have fucking cheated on all these girls. So we're at the hour and 48.
An hour and 48
seconds.
Seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
The hour and
that's not an hour.
We're watching Airplane, right? This one guy, I forget his name. I think it's like Lloyd Bridges, like this really famous old actor, and he goes like, "Okay, just keep him calm and keep him about and keep him above 3,200, okay? No feet." Like it's just funny. Just keep him above 3,200. No feet. Like, of course. What else is it gonna be? Like, man, that movie's so fucking stupid. Man.
Yeah.
He's like, should we turn on the lights so that they could see us? No. Exactly what they'd be expecting us to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just love when they introduce like that Captain General and he's at the mirror and then he just walks right through it. It's a hallway and stuff.
Yeah.
That's Robert Stack. Yeah. That's Unsolved Mysteries. Oh my god, that guy's hilarious, man. What's the shit? I just really love that line. He's all over the place. 900 feet, 1,300 feet. What an asshole!
What an ass!
And the radar, like the airplane, keep beep. Man, the movie's hilarious, man. And then after that, I think at her place at the end, we were watching Make It a Gun with Leslie Nielsen.
I think there's a scene in
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. Is there a scene? I remember it, and I remember it being really fucking funny. But there's a scene I think where they're walking through an airport, and Robert Stack starts beating the shit out of some people for some reason. I can't remember what it was.
Oh no! That's what it was. They finally were able to get this guy to help him land the plane and talk to him, since he was like his old general or sergeant in the war. But it's in the airport. You have all those people. Oh, would you like to join this church?
Oh, that's right. He beat the fuck out of him.
He does a karate kick and he jumps over this one guy and he kicks this guy in the face.
I thought that was a funny.
And there's a stack of a bunch of people that he just leaves in the back.
Yeah, it's all those people, the church people.
Oh my god,
their ass.
It's funny. He's like, and the main character, when he starts going, he's like, hi, we're from this church, would you like to? And they're grabbing his jacket and he just takes it off and he keeps going. He just leaves the jacket and the guy's just looking at the jacket.
That's awesome. Yeah, that movie is great.
Is the first Naked Gun the one where he backs up in the airport that has Al Yankovic in it?
Yes. That's
okay,
the one.
And he backs up into the thing, and then in a later scene, what was it? He still has that the luggage thing behind the car.
Yes. In a later scene, they show him.
One of my fucking favorite things is that he parks the car, or he kind of hits something when he's parking the car, and the airbags come out, but they're still constantly inflating, and I think the brake. Oh yeah, the balloons kind of push the brake off, and it comes off, and it starts it's maybe a minute later, and the car's careening down coming at him, and he's like, he saves somebody, he jumps out of the fucking way, and then he shoots at the car, and for some reason, there's fire that starts coming out of it, and the car just, and it takes a turn. He's like,
and he's funny. He's like, did anybody get that license plate number? Did anybody get a look at the driver? It's this fucking car, man.
It was the same fucking car, man.
Oh man, it's so stupid, man.
It's super stupid. But I always loved it.
Yeah,
it's when it takes that turn. When it takes the turn,
it's like a legitimate turn.
Yeah.
It's just airbags driving the fucking car.
The airbags are like coming out of the sides of the windows and everything.
That is so fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
And that was the one where he just rips his whole tux like with a...
Is that the one?
That's the one.
Oh fuck, that one's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought it was a later one.
Yeah, I finally saw it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Alright, well that's an hour and a couple minutes.
Yes, sir.
That's it, guys.
We did it?
Mm-hmm.
We did.
We did another one.
Okay. Did you guys get round 2 or just...
No, I'm good.
You're
I
good?
gotta head home after this and go to sleep.
Yar.
Merp.
See you next time, guys.
Later.